Audio Jungle.
Hi, I'm Keith Abraham, and thanks very much for taking the opportunity to watch this video around my passionately focused presentation. In this keynote presentation or interactive workshop, we get your people to really start to focus on what's important, what matters, and what makes a difference to them, both personally and professionally. I often use the example that I have never been into boats. My father-in-law, however, owns a boat, and my limited knowledge of boating is simply this. If I'm in a boat and I am 1 degree off course for 10 minutes in a boat, it's no big deal. I adjust the rudder, adjust the sail, and bring the boat back on course. However, if I'm in a boat and I am 1 degree off course for 30 days, I am lost at sea. How many of your people, either in their life or in their business role or in their business, is lost at sea because they got confused? They thought the horizon was the destination, and in actual fact, the goal is the destination. I'm going to spend some time and I'm going to get your people to identify what their purpose is, what they need to do proactively in their business, and what they need to do to be productive. Because what we do know is it's so easy to lose focus. There are so many bright, shiny objects around to focus on. And on top of all of that, it's so easy to procrastinate. So one of the serendipities of this presentation is we will get your people to stop procrastinating. We'll give them some very simple solutions on how to beat procrastination forever. So let's talk a little bit about purpose. You see, what we do know is that people need to know why, what, how. They need to know what's important, what matters, and what makes a difference. They need to know how to achieve that. And they need to know why, because when the why becomes clear, the how becomes easy. And all too often, rarely do we know why. We know what and we know how, but you have to have the trilogy in alignment. We're going to talk about the big picture, about what's the business of their dreams, what do they need to do, what would be perfect for them this year, and more importantly, how do they actually bring that into existence? In other words, what's the number one goal? If they could only achieve one goal in the next 12 months, what's the number one goal they'd love to achieve? And I'm going to show them an 8-step process on how to achieve that. Because when you start to focus on one key goal, you start to let go of the distractions. And then when we start talking about being productive, when we start talking about being proactive, we can then start to understand that you can either be proactive, you can be adaptive, or you can be reactive. You need to let go of reacting to things. And you need to stop being in control and out of control and start controlling the controllables in your business. If I learned anything from working with Toyota globally, it's that they have a mantra around control the controllables. You can't control what the yen does, you can't control what the market does, you can't control, but you can control how you respond. And so we're going to talk about that. The other thing we're going to talk about is, let's get down to it. We're going to talk about beating procrastination. I'm going to show them a really simple technique to forget about finishing and start focus on starting, and to be able to move themselves forward. What we do know is that procrastination is the greatest robber of self-confidence, and focus is the greatest enhancer. We're going to give them some techniques and tips and tools on how to beat procrastination forever. Because once I can do that, I can tap into my potential. If I've got purpose, and if I'm focused on being productive, and if I'm being proactive rather than reactive, I can really tap into my potential in my role and in my life, become the best version of me, to achieve the goals that I want to achieve, to deliver the best result for your organisation. And we move people away from being perfectionists, because what we do know is a good plan implemented today is better than a perfect plan implemented tomorrow. Your goal, my goal, is not to get it right. Your goal and my goal is to get it going. Then we can get it right. If you want your people to be more productive, if you want them to be more proactive, and if you want them to be more purposeful, this is the perfect presentation for you. Once again, lots of interaction, lots of insights, good ideas they can implement in the first day, the first week, the first month. and I'm going to make sure that we give them the tools and the techniques after the presentation so the message lives on long after I've stepped off the platform. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. I know you and your people will love this presentation. Thanks for watching. Bye now.